ladies, this is Jamie. Thanks for watching. We are talking about ultimatums. You know, I'm a big believer that you need to give a man an ultimatum if he's done something wrong. So stay with me on this video and you will see exactly how to do it in a high value way. Most men will say, don't ever give me an ultimatum. Are you giving me an ultimatum? If you give me an ultimatum, you better mean it because that'll be it. They just, for some reason, have a hard time with the word ultimatum. I like to use the word opportunity. I'm not giving you an ultimatum. I'm giving you an opportunity to do the right thing here. I'm giving you an opportunity to repair this relationship. However, I don't think the word ultimatum is necessarily bad. Countries give it to other countries. We give it to children. Do this or don't do that, or you're going to sit in timeout. There is a, this is what I need to see, or this will happen. It's really stating your standard and then stating a consequence. Ladies, I want to let you know, whether you give an ultimatum or not, you really kind of can't win in this situation. And here's what I mean by that. You do win ultimately if you take my advice, but here's what I mean by you can't win. If you don't ever give the ultimatum and you just keep saying, hey, this is wrong in our relationship. We need to fix this. We need to fix this. I'm not okay with this. This hurts my feelings. This makes me look foolish. This is not appropriate. You're disrespecting me, whatever. If you keep saying that and repeating it over and over and over again, but you never say, if this doesn't improve, I do not want to be in the relationship anymore and we will have to break up. If you never say that, then you are just nagging. You are just going around and round in circles and you are on this toxic merry-go-round with this guy and you are doing this dance that you've done over and over and over again. And your no never means no. Because if he continues to do the thing that you said don't do anymore and you don't have a consequence for it, he's going to keep doing it. So you can't win in that situation. However, if you give him the ultimatum, he's going to scream that you gave him an ultimatum. So let's say you go, okay, fine. I'm just going to tell him, hey, I don't like this situation that you're doing, and see if he fixes it. And if he doesn't fix it, you don't nag and you don't give an ultimatum either. You just walk out. You just say, I'm done. To that, he is going to say, well, you didn't tell me this was a deal breaker. You didn't tell me you were going to leave me if it didn't get fixed. I didn't know it was that serious. You're just ready to give up on me so easily. So you can't win no matter what. So understand that in that situation, you're going to be the bad person no matter what. And if a guy tells you that he doesn't want you to give him an ultimatum, it is because he is manipulating you. He does not want you to force his hand. He does not want to even talk about the situation again. So he is trying to put some fear into you by saying, don't you ever give me an ultimatum. The day you give me an ultimatum is the day I'm out of here. And so it kind of keeps you in fear of saying it. Listen, ladies, he might walk out, but he'll be back the next day or the next week or the next month. This man wants you passive. He does not want you to take a hard stand. But surprisingly, when you take a hard stand, he actually starts to respect you more. It may take him a little bit of time, but he really will. The next thing I'm going to tell you is make sure that this is a big enough issue that you're wanting to give an ultimatum over. Don't give ultimatums over every little argument that you have. You work those out or you learn to accept this is how he is and he's not going to change. But when you do give an ultimatum, make sure that you've thought about it, that it is a hill you're willing to die on. This is a big enough issue that you will walk away from the relationship if it is not resolved. And you really have to ask yourself, will I walk away? Can I stand up for myself in that moment? You must be prepared to walk away. You must be prepared to leave. Now, I would say if that's the situation, if this is a big enough issue, hopefully you have had a conversation about it before. Maybe 2 conversations. I wouldn't do any more than 3. Because again, you don't want to be the naggy woman. You say, hey, here's the situation. I'm concerned about it. Can we talk about it? And maybe you talk it over and you don't get anything resolved. You can just say, you know what? It still needs to be resolved, but let's table it for now because emotions are running really high and we're not seeing eye to eye. So let's table it. Let's pray about it. We'll come back to it in a couple of days. And then you come back to it again. And then if it's still not resolved, then it's time that you're going to have to give the ultimatum. But you've had a little bit of time to think about it. At that point, you need to state the ultimatum, and you need to state it very calmly. Don't get angry. Don't be crying. Don't be anxious. Don't appear to be the victim. You need to just say, if this happens again, I will have no choice but to leave this relationship. I care about you. I don't want this, but I will not be a doormat, and I will not be passed over. I will not be disrespected. And this is something that I have to have in this relationship. And you're just going to be very calm about it. Now, if he throws a fit and yells and says, oh, so you're giving me an ultimatum, you can say, I prefer to call it an opportunity to do the right thing and to be a stand-up man in this situation. But if you want to call it an ultimatum, then so be it. I don't have a problem with the word. But you keep it that calm, that straightforward, that serious, so that he knows you are not messing around. And you know he's told you, if you give me an ultimatum, I will leave. And he knows that you've thought about it. And you can even say, I know you've said don't ever give you an ultimatum. So I've really thought about this and I prayed about it. And this is the hill I'm willing to die on. So I'm giving you an ultimatum. And if you need to leave, then you can leave. So you kind of put the choice back on him, because you're saying, here's my standards and here's how I want to be treated. And if I'm not treated that way, here's the consequence. Take that how you will. Don't apologize for giving the ultimatum. Don't explain it again. You don't have to go around that dance with him again. You simply just need to say, so what's your answer? Are we fixing this? Are we working on this? Are we coming to a middle ground? Are we compromising? Whatever it is that you need to see to be happy and healthy in this relationship, or are we parting ways? You don't have to say, or I'm breaking up with you, I'm dumping you. You can just say, we just need to part ways. We can't come to an agreement on this. And we are on two different polar sides. And this is something I have to have a commitment on or an agreement on. And if we can't come to that, that's okay. I'm not mad. I'm sad about it, but it's all right. I'll move on and I'll be okay. And so will you. Here's the deal, ladies. When you come across like that, here's the secret. You look so classy. You look strong. You look like you are not intimidated. You're not raging. Your emotions aren't crazy. You're not starting drama. You have just resigned yourself to the fact that these changes need to be made. And if they aren't, you will walk away from someone, even if you love them. But you want to be in a relationship where you're loved and respected back. It makes you look rational and confident. This is extremely attractive. Men love a woman who can come across in a confident, classy, yet humble way and say, I love you, and this isn't what I want. I don't want to give an ultimatum. I don't want us to split up, but this is what I have to have. Other women will either give him ultimatums, but not stand by them, or they will be such a pushover, they won't ever give an ultimatum and they just get walked on. A man does not respect either of those women. Trust me, if you do this and you do end up breaking up, he will look for you in every woman that he dates. He will obsess over you. He will not be able to forget about you, and he will probably come back. Another secret is this makes you different. This makes you unlike every other woman. Every other woman can be down here, but you're going to be up here. You're going to be that high value woman. I talk about high value women in my e-course. It's called She Heals. I have a couple of e-courses on my website called she'severyday.com. I will link it in the description below, because once you go through this and you guys maybe do break up, it may be a short period of time before he comes back around, but you need to do something in that moment. So that e-course is called She Heals. It has an entire chapter on high value women, how to transform yourself into this amazing high value woman. If you're not, and let's face it, I think every woman has a lot of worth and a lot of value, but we don't always come across that way. And this e-course will really help you with that. So along with being a high value woman, along with him respecting you so much and showing that you're different, it's also going to make him come back into the picture. So far, every single woman that I have been coaching, if they follow my advice, has 100% success rate of her ex coming back around. If that's what you want. Ladies, I want to see you win Ultimatums are not bad. Ultimatums are a way of standing your ground and getting what you deserve out of this relationship and out of life. I want to see you succeed. God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.